Welcome back to Road to Fire. We're a family of three documenting our journey to fire, financial independence, retire early. Let's chat about our April 2021 net worth update. I'll provide all our current assets and liabilities and outline how we're tracking towards our goals with all real numbers like always, so please hang with me. Our investments had strong returns in April. Many large cap companies had solid Q1 earnings that definitely impacted the market. I get a monthly market newsletter from my brokerage accounts that helps me stay up to date. But I don't watch the news or follow the markets religiously, so these monthly emails help provide some insights. But because our net worth is heavily weighted in our stock investments by design, we had another strong month. Am I a bit concerned about what the rest of 2021 has in store within the market? Possibly, but because we are long-term investors, the fluctuations of the market is just a part of the ride. Our cash reserves or sinking funds took a major hit in April due to the unplanned expenses and our tax bill, but we are spending the remainder of Q2 building that back up again. But because the market had a strong month, we were able to see some great growth in our net worth month over month. So calculating your net worth is pretty easy. I always share this just to level set things. But to find your net worth, you take your assets minus your liabilities. Think of your assets as what you own, while your liabilities is what you owe. Keep in mind, though, that not all assets are weighted the same, as some assets are depreciating while others appreciate exponentially. We don't include assets with a value less than $5,000 into our calculations just to make things easier for us. We choose the inputs that make the most sense to us and our long-term plan. But I can't stress this enough. Your net worth is not your self-worth. This might be a PSA for myself, but JD Roth of Get Rich Slowly said it best. Your net worth tracks your financial health in the same way your weight measures your fitness. Neither number tells the whole story. The purpose of your net worth is to really track your level of change over time. It's a sound metric to see your trajectory or progress, but, and this is a big but, our net worth is just one of many financial metrics that we track to give us a more holistic view of our finances. We track our savings rate, our DTI, our investment goals, credit score, monthly dividends, cash flow, and several other financial metrics to evaluate our overall financial progress. I found that it's best to look at all metrics collectively. Okay, so let's review our current numbers. All numbers are through the end of April. But again, these numbers are a snapshot in time and more than likely have changed since April 30th. We treat these updates like checkpoints to see how we're progressing against our goal for the year. Last month, we invested 4,690 after-tax dollars into the market, which was less than planned as we shifted more money to pay off our tax bill. We were about $1,200 short of our overall target. Despite investing less overall, the market definitely carried us last month, which shows in our numbers. But overall, I am so happy with how the first 4 months of the year has gone, and I can't wait to see where we land at the end of the quarter. So our assets are made up of two main sections, our large and our fixed assets as well as our liquid assets or our fire assets. By design, our net worth is almost all in our stock portfolio outlined here. I always share our monthly portfolio updates and I'll link the playlist here if you want to get into the details. But our large and our fixed assets include three assets. First are our two cars, which are both depreciating assets but still have current value. As expected, the values have decreased about $500 month over month. We get our numbers from Mint and I update it accordingly on a bi-monthly basis. Our other asset is our duplex, which we bought in the end of November of last year. And I'm so glad we bought when we did, as the market has gotten even crazier since then. The current value is around $359,000, and I won't make the updates on the home value because I don't trust the current numbers on Zillow. These three assets values are about $419,239 with minimal change from last month. For our liquid assets, we include our investments, both taxable and non-taxable, as well as our cash on hand in our sinking funds. For cash, we have about $2,408 in our checking accounts and nearly $26,000 in our savings, which is a $6,000 decline from last month due to our taxes. In total, we have about $29,000 of cash in our accounts, mostly within our savings accounts in Capital One. For retirement, we have about $230,000 in our 401ks, IRAs, and our Roths, and that is a $17,000 increase from last month. And we have an additional $79,464 in our brokerage accounts outside of our retirement accounts, and that's up about $8,000 month over month. In total, our liquid assets, also known as our fire assets, are at our $338,361. No personal items worth noting here, so that will remain at zero. And for our total liabilities, we still only have two items here, but we will be adding a new mortgage soon and hopefully getting rid of the last car note. We have one car loan and the balance is around $26,612, and the goal is to get this under $25,000 in May. And then we have our current mortgage on our house hack with a balance just under $341,000. We have no plans to pay this off early right now as we have a current interest rate of just 2.25%. In total, we owe just under $368,000, which is a $2,000 decrease from last month. So here's our total net worth breakout for April. Our total assets are around $757,600 even, including our liquid and our long-term fixed assets, which are up about $20,000 from last month. And our total liabilities, including our last car loan and our duplex, is just under $368,000, making our total net worth to be $390,031, which is an over $22,000 increase month over month, driven heavily by our investments and debt payments. April turned out to be a better month than I thought. So our next milestone is to hit a $400,000 net worth, but I have to address the obvious. We can't control our net worth. It's 100% reliant on what happens within the market. So although we have goals, milestones, and expectations, it's really out of our hands. We will continue to invest following the boring but effective DCA method, and we won't stress about it. And I know if we continue along our same path, we will hit this milestone. It's just a matter of when. We will always focus on more time in the market versus timing the market. But my husband and I are beginning to see all of our small tweaks, discipline, and budgeting pay off, which is so motivating. Fire at first seemed so unattainable, but after we started putting the principles into play, I'm really getting excited about our overall journey. So here is our net worth trend graph. We have officially tracked our net worth for 12 full months. Last year, we started pursuing FIRE aggressively, and that's when all of our Excel trackers were born. So we ended 2020 with a net worth of just under $330,000, and we currently have a net worth just over $390,000. That is an over $60,000 increase in 4 months. That is why I love tracking and documenting our journey. Each week or day, I don't see the effects of our work, but when you look back just a few months, it's visible. I'm so proud of all the progress we've made. From March to April, we saw a 6% increase, which is almost double the increase from last month. Hope this upward trend doesn't stop. So by the end of 2021, we hope to have a net worth over $495,000. This is our biggest financial goal for the year and the one goal that we cannot technically control, or at least directly. Right now, we are tracking to about 78.7% towards our goal. And to stay on track, we need to hit about $415,000 by the end of Q2 or grow by $25,000 in the next 2 months. It seems doable now after the April numbers came through. I'm hoping we can get to the point where we can start tracking towards stretch goals. So I want to share a 4-month update to our investing tracker or investment goal for the year. Our second biggest goal this year is to invest $75,000 after-tax dollars into the market. Right now, we've invested about $25,685, which is right where we need to be and more than I thought. Here is a snapshot of our largest transactions over time within our Vanguard account. We automate all of our investments, but you can see that for April, we switched things up a bit and we'll be back on track in the coming months once our sinking funds are fattened up. So far, we are at about 34.3% to our goal, which is perfect as 1/3 of the year has already passed. So happy with the progress we made in April and year to date. We are making grounds and it's showing, but I can't believe that it's already May. This is by far the fastest year in my life so far. I'm trying to stay present while working towards the future. We are evaluating some of our expenses to help us invest more the next few months because we don't think we'll find a good home right now as the market continues to be upside down. We expect to buy our second property in late fall, and we hope things cool down at least in our state. One thing I'm working on is learning to celebrate our wins and enjoy the process. Definitely not something I'm good at, but it's hard to see your progress until you step back and just look back at times. Now, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. But don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe below. Until next time.